Garrett Schwiebert didn't play last week, not expected to play again today.
And Gleason's going to have to make a huge decision now because they're bringing pressure.
3rd and 2, outlet to Stewart, 1st down and more. Wide open space down the sideline. Stewart lost the ball, and actually a helmet came off. Yeah, a helmet came off of one of his teammates. Looked like the ball popped out initially. That was Junior Vandeross losing a helmet. Massive gain for Stewart on a catch and run.
Yeah, great look by Gleason, seeing that outlet. When you see, he saw the safety, the corner blitz, meaning the cat blitz. He just replaced him with a throw to the receiver, the running back on the outside.
33-yard gain for Jaquez Stewart. He had 1 catch for 27 yards last week. Another big play out of the backfield for Stewart. Northwestern transfer and Miami native. And now they got Willie Shaw in the backfield. Shaw gets a touch and takes it to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Yeah, excellent play. So they're just trying to Toledo right now with Gleason. He's got those dynamic receivers in Newton and Vanderoos just waiting to set WKU up just to make sure they're going to run the ball, but they'll try to get the ball over your head soon.
Shaw will stay in the backfield. He's a guy that Toledo has felt has earned some more opportunity. 31 carries on the year, couple of receptions. He remains in the backfield with Gleason. Designed run for Gleason. This is part of his game. He falls forward just short of a 1st down. Tucker Gleason had 40 rushing yards in that game against Mississippi State last week. Terry, they went into Starkville against Mississippi State, didn't just squeak out a win, didn't upset. They owned that game from the very jump.
Yes, the main thing, they dominated them in the line of scrimmage, and they're currently doing it now. And Gleason is making really good decisions on the plays right now. And he got two tight ends in, and they try to sneak it out to. They're going to run the ball down your throat.
Shaw has the 1st down. Falls across the big red at the 25-yard line, and the Rockets with their first offensive possession of the day, knocking on the door of the red zone. 8.5 to go first quarter, no score, and a 1st and 10 for the Toledo Rockets.
Yeah, this is where the WKU was in a position to make plays last week in the red zone. It was bend, don't break. Now it's the opportunity, man, oh man. They're going to bring, it seems like they're bringing a little pressure now. Now the adjustment with Gleason, looking to the sideline, adjusting the plays to see what he can do. His favorite target is number 1 up top, Newton.
It'll be Stewart trying to cut it back, and 5 different Hilltoppers are there. Terry and Thompson part of the stop. Some of the meat up front for Western Kentucky. Jaden Loving as well, part of the group that yanked down Stewart.
Yes, great play by the Terry and Thompson, stand in his gap. He was in charge. When you got those defensive linemen, he's a nose guard. He's responsible for two gaps, the right side of the center and the left side of the center. Two-gapper.
2nd down and 10. Gleason out to Newton. There's a flag in the secondary.
There's holding there.
And Newton inside the 25-yard line.
And Jeff, most of the time there is going to be a holding if you get that judge, the back judge, throwing that penalty.
Rodney Burnett, our referee. It was Upton Stout, one of the big returning defenders for Western Kentucky, that ultimately made the stop. And indeed, it's coming back.
Yeah, also, you're right. Stout is very aggressive. I mean, he beat the receiver, and then you had to hold him, or he would have took a punishment. The receiver would have took a punishing blow, and I know Gleason saw that too.
Stout, a returning starter on this Western Kentucky defense that has some new faces in their secondary alongside him. DeMarco Williams, a transfer from Ole Miss. Devontae Matthews from Nicholls State. Sets up a 2nd down and 15 now from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and this empty set is really interesting.
Gleason looking for a lane, and there's just not much there. He ran right into Sebastian Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin, great job by using his hands. Shedding the defender right here. He put his hands on him and had to make a decision to get off him quickly to make that tackle.
So there have been some 2nd and shorts on this drive. This one is a 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, this is the time Coach Summers likes to bring pressure, and I see they're lining, they're sneaking up. These receivers will have to make something play. Gleason right now is looking to the sideline to call check with me. They had a run play on, and now they're switching it up and called a timeout.
And a timeout taken by Toledo head coach Jason Candle. In his 9th year at the helm of the Rockets, he's 68-35 as a head coach, 6 wins shy of becoming the Toledo all-time leader in wins. He's been there since 2015. He calls the plays when they're on offense. Mike Hallett handles the offensive line. Robert Weiner handles the quarterbacks as co-offensive coordinators, but it's Candle who runs the offense. We'll take a timeout. 6:11 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 14 when we come back with no score in Bowling Green. 3rd down and 14 for Toledo, and they only get about 4 of it. The Western Kentucky defense holds firm on a 3rd and lengthy, and Toledo's first offensive drive of the night has stalled.
Yeah, Darius Thomas read that play, because when you see the outside tackle go right and then the other guard go with him, he knew exactly what the play was going on and read that completely. That's great film study by that player.
And they're going to try a long field goal here with Dylan Cunanan. He hit a 41-yarder last week. This one is wide right. We got a flag that has come in, and Cunanan misses the field goal, but we've got a penalty, and it was Cunanan who got sent to the turf. We may have a personal foul coming up here against the Hilltoppers. They're going to replay it. It'll be a 5-yard closer of an opportunity. It's a 42-yard attempt that he missed. He hit a 41-yarder last week, and that's his long of the year. Let's see what Toledo does now here on a 4th down and 6.
Yeah, luckily it was running to the kicker.
They're going to go for it now.
They're going to go for it now. But running to the kicker is 5 yards, and it doesn't give you the first down, but 6 yards. But it's put them in a situation where you can go for it. They trust their defense. If they stop him here, you start on the 20-yard line anyway.
Gleason back to throw with time. Now going to run it. Going to be close. He slides. It looks like he's got it.
It depends where he started to slide. Because right now, they're showing him start to slide early. You got to protect him. He started early. I don't know if they got it at targeting or what.
Dallas Walker slow to get up for Western Kentucky. There's a flag on the play. Gleason went into a slide. Again, he is a threat to run. He's a big guy, hard to bring down. He slid. There you see Walker, who's still getting some attention.
Yes, and he makes really good decisions. Instead of throwing in traffic, he decided to go for a run.
Result of the play is a first down.
All right, so no penalty, no foul. They pick it up, and it is a first down run for Tucker Gleason, a 7-yard scamper, and Toledo will stay on the field.
So that roughing the kicker turned out to be a huge exchange there. So right now, Gleason is coming back. He got the first down.
They'll bring Jacquez Stewart back in. And now a timeout on the field. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. They want to look at this, I think.
Yeah, because see if he started to slide earlier.
So no score in the game. If you're just joining us, Western Kentucky was driving it well on their first possession, but then there was an interception by Maxon Hook for Toledo, and the Rockets have taken it all the way to the other end of the field. They've got a first down and 10 at the 14 as of now. First ever meeting for these two teams. Mentioned Jason Candle in his 9th year at Toledo. These are just two perennial powers of their respective conference. Last year, Toledo won 11 games in a row, won the MAC West title.
Short of the line to gain. It'll be first down, Western Kentucky.
Oh, so they're going to mark him short of the line to gain that slide. He gave himself up before he'd gotten the needed yardage.
Yeah, I thought so. Looking at it, he started sliding a little earlier before he got to the first down. At the end, they saw the end result, but when you give yourself up, they mark it when you initially start to slide.
So Western Kentucky gets it back. And there's Tyson Helton in his 6th year on the Hill. 5 bowl games in 5 years. They've won 3 in a row, and they will have it back when we return to Western Kentucky. Scoreless in the first quarter. Back with you here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Jeff Hem and Terry Obie with you. 5:17 to go first quarter. Jason Kendall, head coach of the Toledo Rockets. They are 3-0. They're seeking their first 4-0 start since 2015. They've won 7 games in a row overall. They're getting some top 25 votes this last week after knocking off Mississippi State. Their defense comes back out, and Western Kentucky with a broken play. Easton Messer has to fall on it. And a rough start to the drive for the Hilltoppers after the turnover on downs by Toledo.
Yeah, great pitch. You know what? But also Messer's got to keep his eyes on the football the entire time because he had green grass or green.
Third down and 12 for Western Kentucky, their second possession of the day. They forced a turnover on downs from the Toledo offense. And now Caden Veldkamp is up against it deep in his own territory, their own 14-yard line. As the Hilltoppers look to convert, they've got George Hart III in the backfield on the left side of the redshirt sophomore from right here in Bowling Green, Caden Veldkamp. This is a Toledo defense that doesn't have to bring a lot of extra pressure. Their D-line is as good as anybody's. Darius Alexander, 9 in white, is likely to play on Sundays in his future. Let's see what the Rockets bring. Veldkamp back to throw. There came the pressure. He lets it out to Keyshawn Johnson, but there is nowhere to go. And the Rockets defense holds firm. Terrific coverage on that play out in the flat. That was well done by Jackson Barrow.
Yeah, Jackson Barrow, but that play there was set up by those 4 defensive linemen to get on pressure, and then you got 7 dropped in the coverage, so they were definitely in coverage to stop everything underneath, even deep, so they were at the sticks to stop that. So that pressure up front posed a lot of problems for the WKU right now.
Cole Maynard, son of former 15-year NFL punter Brad Maynard, lets it go. Good boot. It'll go inside the 40-yard line and trickle out of bounds. No chance for Bryson Hammer on a punt return. And it's coming back now to the Rockets. 3:51 to go here in the opening quarter. Two teams that put up a ton of points last week, late in the first here with no scorer.
Yeah, this is like a heavyweight fight. They're kind of sparring, checking each other, giving little fake jabs, and seeing what anybody would bite. But eventually, there's going to be some huge explosive plays coming. And Toledo's, usually when they're in 2 receiver side to one side, they like to get that ball to the tight end, or they try to get the ball upfield. Like about 55% of the time they do that.
Connor Wallensack in the backfield next to Gleason. And Wallensack will get a carry. Tried to go underneath a little bit. And they're going to try to move him all the way they can, and it gets out to the 43-yard line. So a pickup of 6.
Yeah, I like that. It's like a little rugby scrum right there, moving about 6 yards, everybody pounding on each other, just moving on forward. But even the defense of the offensive line there was cheating a little bit in the backfield, because you can see that he was getting ready to pull. Great call by Gleason. Just all they call it is check with me power.
They fake to Wallensack. Gleason flushed out,
Holding.
eyes up, flag in the backfield. Gleason will take off and get to the 48-yard line.
Looked like number 92 was held on that one. Marcus Patterson.
And it's against Stephen Gales, one of the left tackles for Toledo.
Yeah, kept his eyes down the field. Marcus Patterson got held, but Gleason looked to run, looked downfield, but nobody was open.
So move it back now. There's Gales, 6'6" sophomore, part of an offensive line protecting Tucker Gleason.
And they got a big offensive line out there too, boy. I mean, this is not a typical Toledo offensive line.
And they did not return a single starting offensive lineman to their team this year. It's a brand new group. Here's Vandeross on the flip. Gets back to the 40-yard line. So a pretty good gain to set up a 3rd down and manageable now for the Rockets after Anthony Johnson Jr. had the stop for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Vandeross, the boss. When he makes plays in space, he's small in stature, but he can make things happen. When he get on the edge and make things, he's very quick, very agile.
3rd down and 7. So far on 3rd downs, the Rockets are 2 out of 3. Wallensack is in there. He's a threat to leak out and grab some catches out of the backfield. Had a couple last week against Mississippi State.
And Gleason's going to have to just look like there's pressure.
Gleason flips it out. That's Vandeross. And Vandeross across midfield has enough for the 1st down. Into Western Kentucky territory to the 48-yard line for a pickup of 12.
Yeah, we talked about Vandeross, the boss. He's small in stature, but he makes things happen in space. He catches the ball and get upfield, make a couple people miss. Man, what a great play.
Junior Vandeross, 7 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown last week against Mississippi State. Junior out of Tampa, Florida. New set of downs for the Rockets now. Gleason gives to Wallensack. And Wallensack has stood up pretty quickly. Hosea Wheeler, part of the stop, 2nd team All-Conference USA. from last year. Stout up front for the Hilltoppers. Benjamin there as well.
Yeah, great job by the Hilltoppers on that. Recognize that power, even with the little eye candy, bringing the receiver in motion. They didn't go for that, and expecting the opposite side to get that run there.
Juwan Newton toward the top of your screen has some one-on-one coverage with Anthony Johnson.
And you see that the number one ride up top, one-on-one. They try to get the ball up in the air.
2nd down and 7, and the pass is incomplete. We got a penalty. There were 2 different Rockets nearby. It looked like the pass was intended for Eric Holly III, and then they had Larry Stevens nearby. We'll check the penalty.
Holding. Defense number 21. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Anthony Breckenridge, the hold for Western Kentucky. And check it up. Upton Stout, I think, would have the hold. 21, not 31.
Yeah. Upton Stout held him earlier. Didn't get him a chance to break when the referee saw that and threw the flag earlier. You got to make sure, if you're going to do that, you can't hold him. You got to make sure you hit him up top, and so he can't get down the field.
Savon Clark in the backfield for Toledo. 1st down and 10 from the 35 of the Hilltoppers. And Clark gets some running room inside the 30-yard line. Savon Clark to the 27 for a pickup of 8, and he was brought down by Darius Thomas.
Yeah, Clark, that was a really good job by getting up the field. But the main thing is that offensive line had a massive gaping hole on the right side by Spoth and a couple of other guys. James on the center. Great job of getting that double team up to the linebackers.
30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. No score here in Bowling Green. Rockets on the move. Empty backfield from the 27 of the Hilltoppers. And Gleason taken down from behind. And that time Anthony Johnson got in there, and Gleason gets about no gain.
Was very interested on here. Gleason is there. Check with me, power. If there's more defenders on the right side, he goes left. If there's more defenders on the left side, he goes right. Obviously, there was an overcharge, so he called the ball to the right side.
They gave him a yard, so it's 3rd down and 1. We are at the end of the opening quarter. First ever meeting between Toledo and Western Kentucky. The MAC against Conference USA, and a fresh 15 on the clock with no score. Underway, 2nd quarter, 3rd down and 1 for the Toledo Rockets in Western Kentucky territory. Connor Wallensack right up the gut has the 1st down, and he takes it to the 18-yard line. Needed just a couple, got 8, and Wallensack moves the chains for a Toledo offense that in that 1st quarter gained 105 yards on 17 plays. Hilltoppers ran 11 plays and managed just 30 yards. Defensive battle in that opening quarter, and the Rockets now knocking on the door for the first points of this game. Gleason gives to Wallensack again, and that time good defense up front by Western Kentucky. Hosea Wheeler clogging it up. Kylan Guidry was nearby as well. McCray part of the stop as well for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Yeah, they try to go right back to Gleason, go right back to power again. But WKU was able to hold up front. Again, for right now, if you're bringing an extra tight end in and got the big boys in, this is the time they like to look at play action.
Vandeross and Newton out to the right. Now they're going to bring Vandeross in motion. 2nd down and 8. Gleason off his back foot to the end zone. And a flag on the play. The pass intercepted. Devontae Matthews picked it off for Western Kentucky. We'll check the penalty, but Matthews with a leaping pick in the end zone to take it away from Gleason.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like he went to go for the ball on his own. We don't know what happened before that, but a great play by going up to get that ball at his high point.
Pass interference. Defense number 4. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
Matthews had the pick. They're calling
Automatic
Anthony
first down.
Johnson for the defensive pass interference. So it was not on Matthews who had the pick. Let's see.
But you know what? There, the ball wasn't even thrown over there. He wasn't in the play, but that's very interesting on that. But good call by the umpires on that one, and now you just got to reset.
Savon Clark in the backfield, 1st and goal from the 2 for Toledo. Gleason bobbled it for a moment, looks to throw. And down at the 1-yard line, the half-yard line, the catch made by Jerwan Newton with Anthony Johnson all over him.
Yeah, Anthony Johnson read that out. Gleason fumbled the ball. It was more of a flat to the receiver. Great play.
Rockets going tempo. Gleason keeps it and goes into the end zone for a Rockets touchdown. He faked it to Clark. Gleason runs it in, and Toledo strikes first early in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, Gleason with great eyes. They call that read option. And what he did is he put it in the running back's belly. But you know what? We overcommit, and when the defensive end slashed down, it was wide open for Gleason to run in for a touchdown.
Dylan Cunanan for the point after. 16 for 16 on the year entering tonight. And he's got it through with his punter Emilio Duran holding, and it's 7-0 Toledo. The Rockets strike first. Tucker Gleason, the reigning MAC Offensive Player of the Week. A threat to run, showing why. And Jason Kendall and the Rockets lead 7-0. First score of the game belongs to the Rockets of Toledo. 7-0. They're on top of Western Kentucky with 13:18 to go in the 2nd quarter. Jeff M., Terry Obie, and our great ESPN Plus crew back with you here at Western Kentucky on a beautiful Saturday night. Officially into fall tomorrow. 88 degrees at opening kick. Cooling off a little bit now that sun has gone down. And Easton Messer drops the kick, picks it up, tries to get out toward the 20-yard line, and is spun down at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, sometimes that works when you bobble the ball and pick it back up. Sometimes they get out of running lanes, but Messer got the best that he could get on that one, and now let's see what's going to happen with WKU on the offense.
Caden Veldkamp and the Toppers coming back out. Again, just 30 total yards in that 1st quarter. 9 on the ground, 21 in the air for an offense that put up 49 points and had 600-plus yards of offense last week at Middle Tennessee State. Their 6th consecutive win in the 100 miles of hate against their regional rival. Elijah Young on a 1st down carry gets a good chunk, about 5 yards. And the stop for the Rockets was provided by Maxon Hook.
Great job by Young with his eyes, read downfield on a jump cut, getting in the C gap, bouncing outside of number 78, TikTok Leslie.
They gave him 6, 2nd down and 4. Veldkamp right back to Young, trying to bounce it to the outside, and he was pulled down. Lance Dixon on the stop, the West Virginia transfer who had 9 tackles last week in pursuit. 3rd down and very short coming up.
Yeah, Dixon saw that on the outside scraping. What great lateral speed to get there to make that tackle.
This is a veteran Toledo defense. 7 of their 11 starters are 6-year seniors, especially in today's college football climate. That is a ton of longevity and returning guys for a defense that has been terrific so far this year. 3rd down and 1. Veldkamp did not get it. No gain for Veldkamp. Malachi Davis making a big stop for the Rockets. 4th down, and Western Kentucky will punt it away.
Malachi Davis with his great hands and great eye technique. He did not go for the fake on that one. Good discipline, made the tackle. Great job by Toledo on that play.
So Cole Maynard coming out. And Bryson Hammer back to receive for the Rockets. Maynard gets it away, gets some good air under this, backs him up, and a fair catch called for at the 21-yard line. Terrific punt by Cole Maynard. It is in his family. His dad, Brad, in the NFL for 15 years back in the day with the Bears and among other teams. He's got a brother, Connor, punting at App State. That was a great boot. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets when we come back. 7-0 Toledo with 11:17 to go in the second. Toledo football from their own 23-yard line after a 51-yard punt by Cole Maynard. Rockets lead 7-0. Tucker Gleason a rushing touchdown for the game's only score. And now Rockets ball with just over 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Gleason gives it off to Jaquez Stewart, and Stewart will lose half a yard. Hilltoppers were all over that up front. And that was Hosea Wheeler just clogging it up again.
Yeah, Hosea Wheeler he has great hands, swim move, get underneath, make those plays, make it outstanding. Now they're going to Williams has set it up right here for lockdown. When he holds his hands together, that's man-to-man coverage.
Stewart stays in. Gleason 6 for 6 in the air so far in the game for 60 yards. Second down and 11, and Gleason is pulled down. Now there are flags. There might be a face mask on this, where the Hilltoppers got immediate penetration.
Yeah, it looked like it that he grabbed the face mask on that play coming in. But I don't think that was intentional, but I think he ducked. When you duck like that, he was always coming through.
Chandler Matthews on the penalty.
Coming around, exactly. He was engaged, and you gotta let it go. Matthews can great penetration, great come through there, but there's no way you can keep your hands out like that.
So from the 38 now, new set of downs for the Rockets. Again, Jerwan Newton up top. They're trying to get him isolated when they can. Gleason took a peek at him. Gleason throwing deep, and it's incomplete. And he was trying to go to Newton, and it was Devontae Matthews step for step in coverage. Second down.
Yeah, you got Newton one-on-one. Gleason was trying to get into his deep threat guy, big play guy down the field. But the pressure up front from the Hilltoppers caused him to throw that ball prematurely.
10:09 to go second quarter. Second down and 10 now for the Rockets. They lead the MAC at 43 points per game so far this year. Gleason rolling it out, trying to connect with Vandeross, and nothing there. Upton Stout the coverage for Western Kentucky, and it'll bring up third down at 10.
Yeah, Gleason, when he rolls it to his right, he's really accurate. He's 61% all year, but on that play, he's even have a higher percentage when he rolls out to his right. But Upton Stout had great inside-outside coverage on the receiver.
Upton Stout trying to engage this large crowd here at Houchin Smith Stadium. Third down and 10 for the Rockets. Willie Shaw the third in the backfield.
They're bringing everybody.
They bring everybody, and the pass is batted down. Terrion Thompson got a paw on it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Big stop for the Hilltoppers D.
Yeah, great job by Coach Summers on that, setting up that defense. He overloaded. They called the overload defense by the defensive lineman, and then he kind of spilled them over him. They switched to other gaps, and there's too much pressure for Gleason to handle on that play.
They refer to their D as a high pressure style, and did we ever see it there? Emilio Duran in to punt, and KD Hutchinson back for the Hilltoppers. Good punt by Duran with some air under it. Fair catch, and caught at the 16-yard line. So good punt by Duran, pinning the Hilltoppers inside the 20, and Western Kentucky getting it back. Down 7-0. Can the Hilltoppers get their offense going? We'll see it on the other side. Inside of 10 minutes, Rockets lead 7-0. There's a beautiful look at a gorgeous Saturday night here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Toledo on top of the Hilltoppers 7-0. 9:50 to go in the second quarter as we bring you back into Houchin-Smith Stadium. It is Hilltoppers ball. Their offense is up against a very good defense tonight, and so far the Hilltoppers have 39 yards on 14 plays. They're going to go empty backfield here as Caden Veldkamp tries to get the offense going for the Toppers. 4 down linemen for the Rockets. Quick pass out to Dalvin Smith. And Smith wrapped up promptly there by Zeke Blake. And he has got enough for a first down.
Yeah, Dalvin Smith, great route run on that. What you call a curl route. Went down to 10 yards, 12 yards, and turned around, caught the ball with his hands.
LT Sanders in the backfield. Veldkamp lost it. It got picked up by one of his offensive linemen, Rodney Newsom. Right place, right time to see that it had knocked away from Veldkamp, and he gets some yardage out of it.
Yeah, Rodney Newsom, let's get loose him. I mean, caught the ball. He looked like a running back on there. That's his former Little League PAL days running the football.
Big pressure there by this Rockets defense. Darius Alexander, Kevon Butler, DeAndre Reagan, part of a very good group up front. Veldkamp trying to find a sliver there and just nothing there. No gain. They'll keep him at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, when you got that big defensive lineman like that clogging up the gaps, it makes it difficult to do anything, to throw the ball or even run the ball. So the back end is easy for the defensive backs when the defensive line can hold up front.
Toppers are 1 out of 3 so far today on third down. This is a 3rd and 10. Veldkamp will hand it off. And nothing there. LT Sanders barely got back to the line of scrimmage. The Rockets defense so good up front. That was DeAndre Reagan, senior out of Miami Gardens, Florida. And the punting unit comes back out for the Toppers.
Reagan's, I mean, he moved him with that quick hands on that one. It's no way he was going to be able to make the play. He moved so quick. He was in the backfield before we even got a chance, but WKU even got a chance to make a play on that one.
Maynard punted one for 51 yards this last time. He's back out again. Former North Carolina Tar Heel. Lets it rip. Hammer backs up inside his 20. He'll return this one from the 14. Bryson Hammer's got running room. Makes a cut across midfield and out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of the Hilltoppers. Bryson Hammer with a terrific return.
Hammer, great feet, using his feet up and down the field. And what's good that he took the stab inside to get back outside, and that makes a huge difference when you're a punt returner.
43-yard return for Bryson Hammer. And the Rockets already leading 7-0 will start this possession in a terrific spot.
And you know what, Jeff, we call that hammer time. He has some sweet feet on that one going down the field.
He said, can't touch this?
Yeah, can't touch that at all.
1st and 10 for the 43. They've got Connor Wallensack in the backfield, revolving doors, Stewart, Shaw. We've seen Clark, Wallensack, 4 different backs, rotating in and out next to Gleason. Gleason will throw on 1st down. Fires to the sideline, caught by Vandeross. Makes one man miss, and then out Upton Stout wraps him up.
Yeah, what a rocket by Gleason all the way on the left side of the field, and incredible throw on the run. That's an attribute that he has when he moves out of the pocket on the run. Zip the ball out, not really far, but great throw on the run.
4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. Inside of 7 minutes, Toledo gets the ball to start the second half too. 3-0 Rockets coming off a win at Mississippi State last week. Wallensack. And he gives a piggyback ride to Kylan Guidry. Close to a 1st down. This will set up a 3rd down and 1 for the Rockets.
Yeah, they're right now, Toledo is starting to assert their will on that big offensive line. they're pulling the ball, but you can tell a little bit, they cheat off the ball a little bit. And if they start noticing that, Coach Summers has started seeing that and being able to adjust to that a little later in the game.
So a timeout on the field. We got an injured Hilltopper, and that is Upton Stout. That is a very important Hilltopper that is down right now. The 5'9" redshirt junior, really their defensive leader. He missed a little bit of time last year due to an injury. Entered the portal, decided to pull back and return to the Hill. And Upton Stout getting some athletic training staff attention with 6:20 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Upton Stout, that's the guy, like you said that early, Jeff. He's really important for the team on that. He got to have him back, and it seemed like he's able to get up on his feet, and that's be a big plus for the Toppers. He can return.
Good to see Stout walking off under his own power. He'll at least be out for a little bit here while his defense returns to the field for a 3rd down and 1. You know, the Toledo offense, it wasn't just what they did against Mississippi State. In the first 2 weeks, their first team offense was not on the field a ton. Then they exploded last week with the 41 points against Mississippi State. They didn't need their first team offense much in week 1 against Duquesne, then only 45 snaps when they put up 38 points against UMass in week 2. This is an offense still finding its way, in a big performance last week. Knocking on the door here late second quarter, and Wallensack will get a 1st down for the Rockets.
Yeah, a lot of push up front. They got some big boys. I mean, they're averaging 295 to 300 pounds on that offensive lineman, on the offensive line. Toledo has done a great job of recruiting. You talked about it earlier, Jeff. A lot of these guys are 6 years, but that offensive lineman is very tough up front.
1st down at 10. Savon Clark is in the backfield now for the Rockets. Vandeross in motion. Now leaks out. Gleason looking for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Intended for one of his tight ends, Eric Holly III.
Yeah, Gleason he was on his back foot on that because it was pressure coming in from the defensive line, but almost had that. He threw on his back foot and overthrew him just a little bit.
Where they're at on the field and on 1st down, is that worth taking a shot there like that?
Yeah, you have to take it on there because Holly was one-on-one with a safety. You got to take that shot downfield.
So 2nd down and 10. Clark, a little bit of a delay, trying to find a lane. He gets a few yards to the 27-yard line. So this will bring up a 3rd down and 8. That was Jaden Loving, part of the stop for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, and also Walker's having a really good day right now, stuffing them up front. So this is a huge down for the Hilltoppers, and this sits close to the fringe of the red zone, but it's also important for Toledo to assert their will right now.
On 3rd down and 7. Gleason out quickly to Vandeross and wrapped up near the 20-yard line, short of the 1st down.
It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. They tried to get Vandeross one-on-one in space. When he catches the ball, great tackle there, because if he misses, he could be at the house. He could be score a touchdown.
Oh, and Toledo wants them to look at this. The Rockets are claiming that Vandeross was never fully down. He rolled over the defender. They're all pointing up at the video board here inside the stadium after they saw another look at it. Well, I think for now the Hilltoppers might have caught a break there the way we saw that. Watch him roll over the defender. Does he ever touch the ground?
You know what? It's hard to see on that replay because you don't know the other side.
Toledo's going to take a timeout. They've got 1 remaining now. 3:58 to go in the second quarter. Rockets ball leading 7-0. Here's one more look.
That's a different angle. That's a much better angle. Oh, he did not touch the ground.
He never did.
Never touched the ground at all.
And you saw DeMarco Williams get up, excited to make the stop, putting up the 4th down fist sign, and Vandeross just kept going.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jason Candle got a good look at it too. He was doing the twirled finger, meaning like, yeah, run, go, keep going. I think you're right. In a nonverbal sign to Van der Ross, who seemed convinced of it the whole time.
Yeah, Van der Ross had a touchdown on that. I'm surprised the referees don't go back and look at that one. I'm surprised at that.
So as of right now, it's a 4th down and 1 from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers escaped a bullet on that one. They get a second chance on that one because that was a touchdown if they went to review that and look at that.
Upton Stout is back in for the Hilltoppers, which is huge for their defense.
Yeah, Upton has been stout the entire time. You need him on this 4th and 1 to make a play.
Gleason to Wallensack, got the first down. Toledo got enough, and they're inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great. Gleason was creasing that hole on that one. That little bitty crease in there that he made that happen on that. That offensive line is just pushing and putting their weight on the WKU defensive line, and that's going to cause some problems down the road on that one. So now they're in a position where they can do anything, play action, whatever. They got WKU on their heels now, the defense.
From the 17-yard line, inside 3.5 minutes, already leading 7-0. Gleason hands it off to Wallensack. Gets inside the 15-yard line. Pickup of 3 for Connor Wallensack, Perrysburg, Ohio native, sophomore.
Jeff, I love that name, Wallensack. That's a football name for you. He's been very aggressive and they get the tough runs for him.
He had 9 carries last week against Mississippi State. Caught a couple of passes too.
Now he has 8 carries for 35 yards and averaging 4.4 yards a crack.
Jacquez Stewart is in the Toledo backfield now. 2nd down and 7. Gleason looking, and he's got his man. It's a touchdown for Toledo. Anthony Torres, the tight end. And the Rockets take a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, great hesitation. Quarterback Gleason, I stayed in the pocket, used his hands, didn't even worry about it. Great job by the tight end on that catch.
Boy, that's a tough guy to contain for the Western Kentucky secondary. The way that matchup evolved, Torres, such a big target, gets into the end zone. And now Cunanan for the point after. And it's 14-0 Rockets. Tucker Gleason finds Anthony Torres from 14 yards out to make it a 14-point ball game.
Yeah, Torres, man, he must play basketball because he had a really good post up on that one. Had the small safety on him and just post him up on the inside of him. And Gleason throw the ball on his outside shoulder. What a great catch and run by Torres.
10th touchdown pass of the year for Gleason, and first touchdown catch of the year for the 6'6" senior Western Michigan transfer Anthony Torres. So 14-0 Rockets, and Western Kentucky is up against it right now. Down 2 scores, you got 2.5 minutes. Remember, college football this year has the 2-minute timeout as well. So basically 3 clock stoppage opportunities for Western Kentucky, but it's an offense that's managed just 51 yards in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, Toledo is making it really tough. We've been talking about it all night with those 4 defensive linemen. I mean, they're only rushing 4 and putting pressure, and that makes it hard on the back end for the coverage for WKU to do anything.
Michael Danning handling the kickoff here. Short kick, grabbed by the Hilltoppers, and they'll bring it out. Still on his feet, and a nice return there by George Hart III. So pretty good opportunity here for the Hilltoppers out to the 37-yard line.
Making a lot of plays, showing a lot of, Hart showing a lot of heart on that run. I think he had about at least 6 or 7 more yards after the first contact.
So an opportunity for the Toppers. Caden Veldkamp back to work. Just 5 of 8 for 32 yards so far and 1 interception. That was on the opening possession. He's going to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Completion to Bryce Childress, taken down at the 44-yard line for a 19-yard pickup on first down.
Childress uses great hands to catch that ball, and Valcount was very poised in the pocket on that. Now they're going in this warp Corvette speed.
Just the third catch of the year for Bryce Childress. And a timeout taken at the 2-minute. 2-minute stoppage is upon us, so we'll take a break. It's Toledo on top, 14-0. 2 minutes left in the first half. Hilltoppers trying to get the offense moving. Western Kentucky head coach Tyson Helton looking on. His team down 14-0. They just moved the ball into Toledo territory after a pass completion by Caden Veldkamp to Bryce Childress. First down at 10 from the 44 of the Rockets. Deep shot, right side, complete. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Keyshawn Johnson. 44 yards out from Caden Veldkamp. Exactly what Western Kentucky needed.
Yes, we see Keyshawn Johnson one-on-one with the outside. It's just one-on-one, me or you, Moss on Moss. Hey, mama, there goes that man.
Keyshawn Johnson, an emerging weapon for this Hilltoppers offense. Entered play today, third in the conference so far this year in receiving yards. Coming off back-to-back 100-yard games. And he'd been quiet so far. Explosion there. Lucas Carnero, the point after. It is good. He's 12 out of 12 on the year. And man, did Western Kentucky need that. Before that 44-yard touchdown, Keyshawn Johnson had one catch for 1 yard.
Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson is one of those special players. One-on-one in coverage outside with the defensive back. But you know what, Veldkamp laid that ball in there really well. The offensive line protected. So now they're right back in this game. So you can contain him, right? But you can't deny him. He's the type of player that's going to be explosive. He can change the game at any time.
So now you got 1:53 to go. 2 timeouts for Toledo. We'll see how the Rockets approach this. Down to a 1-score game. They're going to send Jaquez Stewart and Jerwan Newton back for this kickoff return.
And that's really important on the explosive plays. You're right about that, Jeff. Now Toledo's getting the ball. They are called the Rockets. I wonder if they're going to get in a rocket formation to get down the field as fast as possible with 2 minutes left in the half.
We saw Carnero at the point after. Riley Stevens handles the kickoffs. And he is going to give Stewart a chance from the 5. Stewart out to the 20-yard line. Still up and now down inside the 25-yard line. So they'll mark him at the 22 after about a 17-yard return. And here come the Rockets with a big play offense that's got a lot of potential when you got guys like Newton and Vandeross catching passes. So far today, Tucker Gleason 9 of 13 for 84 yards.
And they can go down the field very fast. They call that the rocket formation. Really, they can go really fast and warp speed that can make plays down the field immediately. So Gleason is scanning the field right now to see what's happening.
He is going to throw on first down over the middle, and it's broken up.
Yeah, he had somebody down the field, but a great play by the defense of the Hilltoppers. They look like they're getting a little bit momentum down here, getting excited about how this is going to be a really good job. That's Deontay McCray making a play on the outside.
Second out of 10 from the 23. Vandeross in motion. Stewart gets a carry. And Stewart across the 25-yard line. Nazir Ward, part of the group effort along with Brackenridge to bring down Stewart.
And what a great name, Jeff, with Stewart. He's a really good steward of that football. He doesn't turn the ball over at all as much.
So now Western Kentucky has called a timeout. to set up third down defense. Stop the clock with 95 seconds to go. Tyson Helton might be thinking about a chance to try to get the ball back for them.
Absolutely. Toledo's call it the Rocket. WKU is here in Corvette. They call it that little red Corvette offense, so they can go down and score in warp speed. They got their other end of the fast kind of tempo offense.
It's always amazing. Perception is everything too, because a few seconds ago you thought, oh, only only a minute and a half about or so left. Now you're thinking, hey, we got a minute and 35 seconds. That's a lot of time. It's all about how you view it.
That's a lifetime for this type, for both offenses. They can score and they have explosive plays. Talking to the coaches this week, the main thing they both talked about it is preventing and having those explosive plays at quality times.
Both offenses put up 40+ in their win last week. Toledo at Mississippi State, Western Kentucky at Middle Tennessee State.
And it looks like WKU is getting ready to gamble. They're going to bring the house. Coach Summers said, hey, you're going to do that, we're going to bring everybody we can bring.
Here it comes on 3rd and 7. Incomplete, intended for Vander Ross. Darius Thomas was like a lightning bolt into the backfield. There was no time for Gleason, and the Hilltoppers will get it back.
Vander Ross was wide open. Vander Ross, but WK brought the house on that one. They had no chance. Gleason had no opportunity to even plant his feet on that one.
KD Hutchinson is back for Western Kentucky. Emilio Duran ready to punt it away.
Yeah, got a chance to talk to KD Hutchinson. He said, they got to name my name KD Hutchinson because I'm taking this to the house.
Grabs it at the 25. A cutback. And then taken down. Good pursuit there by Damon Ollison for the Rockets special teams. All right, so you got a minute 19. Western Kentucky's got one timeout remaining.
Great cut there by KD Hutchinson. That move right there, he's in the house. KD Hutchinson got a new name on that play, making things happen.
And that was Dan Bolden, who was trying to pull him down, and Bolden had such a monster game last week against Mississippi State.
Block. Receiving team number 17. The penalties have the distance to the goal.
So penalty on the Hilltoppers on that return.
Yeah, that makes it very hard, that block in the back. It puts them back a little further back. Now they start around the 15 now.
Yeah, that's huge. That might change how they approach this year. You got a minute 19, one timeout. You're down by 7. There's Jason Candle looking on for Toledo.
But I've never seen Coach Helton ever slow anything down. What's really interesting, these really wide splits causing the issue with the defense on Toledo.
Elijah Young, nothing there. Forward progress will give him maybe a half yard. Malachi Davis, part of the stop for Toledo. Remember, the Rockets had won the toss and they deferred. So if you're Western Kentucky, to your point about Tyson Helton wanting to go, Toledo's going to get it first on the other side of halftime. Veldkamp, and a flag.
Legal procedure. Looked like WKU started a little early. And also, Jeff, you got to really be careful here with these penalties against Toledo in this situation. Now, they're only rushing 4. If they decide to bring somebody, that could cause some problems.
Offense number 73, 5-yard penalty. It'll be second down. This foul also includes a 10-second runoff. Western Kentucky will not use a timeout. Please reset the game clock to 45 seconds.
So Western Kentucky wants to keep its last timeout, so they prevent the 10-second runoff. I'm sorry, they allow the 10-second runoff to keep the timeout. So 45 seconds remaining now. And let's see if they do something here to try to force Toledo to use its last timeout. They're pinned back now at their 11-yard line.
Yeah, the worst thing to do is to make a mistake. I think you got to be conservative here.
Yep, they'll give it to Young. Young gets some decent yardage. And Toledo is so far not stopping the clock.
Yeah, good feet by Young there. Jump cut to the outside, great blocks on the outside covering. All these guys are moving and doing a great job, especially those big people up front. Marshall Jackson, great peel in on the outside to get Young free.
Hilltoppers don't have to run a play, and it looks like both teams are content to take this one to the locker rooms. Hilltoppers looked initially on that drive like they might have a chance to do something, but some penalties back them up, and that will take us to the intermission. We said at the top this was going to be a good one and a battle, and it has lived up to the billing so far in this first ever meeting for Western Kentucky and Toledo. The MAC against Conference USA. And at the half, it's the Rockets on top of the Hilltoppers, 14-7. Back with you and getting set for the third quarter here at Houchin Smith Stadium in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Jeff M., Terry Obie, and our wonderful ESPN Plus crew here with you. Toledo on top of Western Kentucky, 14-7. In the first ever matchup for these two teams, the MAC against Conference USA. Let's take a look at how we got to that 14-7 score. We were about 17 minutes into the game before we saw some points, and it was Tucker Gleason, ever the rushing threat, going in from 1 yard out.
Yeah, Gleason that was a check with me. Great fake on that, and saw the defensive end crash down. It was wide open.
And then he found Anthony Torres, the tight end, from 14 yards out. That was with 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it put Toledo up 14-0. And a Western Kentucky offense that was quiet in the first half finally got the explosive play.
Yes, got an explosive play to Keyshawn Johnson. Not the one in the NFL, but the one at WKU, doing his little dance in the end zone.
44 yards out. Johnson had one catch for 1 yard before that big one from Veldkamp. And then both teams still had a chance for another possession after that with about 90 seconds to go. Nothing worked out on either side, so they took it to the locker rooms, and there's Tucker Gleason. His offense will be on the field first. The Rockets had won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Toledo's going to get it first. The Rockets get some top 25 votes this week after they knocked off Mississippi State last week. Not just knocked them off, but dominated the Bulldogs in Starkville 41-17, and this Western Kentucky team routed Middle Tennessee State 49-21 with 600 plus yards of offense. So both of these teams came into this game expecting that they should win it, but they also were very quick to point out that they knew this would be an absolute battle with the team they were getting on the other side, and it's been that way through the first 30 minutes. Let's see what the next 30 has in store. Riley Stevens on the approach, and he will send it toward the end zone and into the end zone. Jaquez Stewart will take a knee, and a touchback will bring it for the Rockets for their first possession of this second half.
Yeah, Stewart, what a great steward of that ball. I mean, it's no reason to return it out the end zone when you get the ball on the 25-yard line if you can fair catch it. Great steward of the football.
So Tucker Gleason back out, the Tampa native and former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. First-year starter in his fourth year of the program. He's been here for a few years. Last week had a monster game against Mississippi State with 3 touchdowns in the air and 40 rushing yards. And he will start the second half with Stewart in the backfield. Bobbles the snap, trying to fall on it. Hilltoppers say they have it, and they do.
Wow. What we got there is the topper turnover, making plays, opportunistic, bringing the blitz. Here we come. That changes the game, have his eyes everywhere. When you put the pressure on the quarterback, changing the motion, it makes a huge difference by Deontay McCray making a play.
And Anthony Brackenridge fell on it after McCray, and Sebastian Benjamin disrupted it after the breakdown.
We got all kinds of stuff. McCray making a play, McCray all day on his way. Can we keep rapping? There's so much other things.
You got a long list of them, man.
And this, you know what, you think about it, Jeff, this is the first time that WKU has been in the red zone. Let's see what they're going to do in this situation on the fringe.
Caden Veldkamp coming out. They break the huddle, hurry to the line, empty backfield. Veltkamp looking to take a shot, now looking to run, and he falls forward inside the 20-yard line, and now they are officially in the red zone for the first time in this game.
Yeah, Veltkamp, then 6'6", he can just stretch out and dive for like 5 yards, how big he is.
LT Sanders. And check it, George Hart III in the backfield for the Hilltoppers on a 2nd down and 7. Veltkamp wants to run again. And grabbed by the ankles that time. DeAndre Reagan had the stop for the Rockets.
Yeah, Reagan came in there, but that was a design power play to go to Veltkamp. Such a big guy, big threat. They figured they could get it. That's an extra blocker if you can have the quarterback lead on a running play.
3rd down and 6. One name we have not called yet tonight for the Hilltoppers is tight end River Helms. And I know you thought coming in that he could have a big game tonight. Let's see where they go on 3rd down and 6. Veltkamp looking. And just nothing there. He leaked it out to George Hart III. And the Rockets were all over that. Jackson Barrell had the tackle.
Yeah, on this play, George had my heart pumping on this one because he was in a situation where the safety, the corner, was coming downhill on him very hard, making a play in space like that.
So a field goal attempt now. Big stop there by the Rockets, and it'll be Lucas Carnero. 39 yards out for Carnero. And he got it. Just got it through on the right side. So the Hilltoppers get the turnover and turn it into 3 points. Toledo's lead is 14-10. 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. 14-10 Toledo over Western Kentucky after the Hilltoppers turned that first play of the 2nd half, the Toledo turnover, into 3 points. I would imagine both teams feel like it was sort of like an okay moment because Toledo held them to 3. Western Kentucky at least got something out of it.
Exact, back and forth. So it's definitely a prize fight out here. Heavyweights going back and forth, throwing blows.
Stevens, the kickoff. Newton drops the return, now picks it up and gets it out toward the 20-yard line. He will be stood up and they will give him the 20. So Toledo ball after the miscue, leading by 4. Terrence Ellis part of that stop. So here's Tucker Gleason now. 9 of 15 for 84 yards today. He has also run it 6 times for 12 yards.
And they usually don't have turnovers like that. It's kind of unusual.
Jaquez Stewart trying to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, and he does at least that. No gain, 2nd down and 10. And that was DeAndre McCray all over it.
Yeah, McCray has been there all day, and he's on his way. He is making some plays. You know what? We can continue to rap about him because he is bringing it today.
Don't say we. You've got the rapping covered. I do not need to jump in, nor does anybody want me to.
But it's old school rap, right?
2nd down and 10. Gleason. And a tumbling grab. No, incomplete. Jerwan Newton tried to do something with it, but just could not quite reel it in.
Yeah, Newton one-on-one. Great job by Gleason getting that ball out because they brought an all-out blitz on that. Almost made the play, but the pressure from WKU made him throw the ball slightly a little early.
All right, so 3rd down and 10.
And it's looked like man-to-man coverage is coming here with them hands outfield. They're bringing, look like they're going to bring some pressure here.
Toledo 5 out of 9 on 3rd downs. Stewart comes in, perhaps to help out. Nope, stays in motion. Gleason gets it out quickly for Stewart, and a great catch by Jaquez Stewart.
Yeah,
leaking out of the backfield. What a play.
Oh, what a play. We can finally say, holy Toledo, making plays down the field like that. Oh, my goodness.
We mentioned it at halftime that their biggest reception in the first half was Stewart for 33 yards. And this one.
Great play by Stewart. Not a wide receiver, but wide retriever, man. Bring that ball back.
That was 34 yards over the shoulder grab. And now it's Willie Shaw III trying to fight his way to the outside. Takes it to the 45-yard line for a gain of 1.
Yeah, Shaw was a load on the outside corner. Man, this is a really good team, though. That explosive plays, we talked about that earlier, Jeff. That's the big part of this game, getting themselves out of deep positions like that.
Gleason on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, flushed out, in trouble, and throws it away.
Really smart player, man. Gleason ran out and got rid of that ball. There was no intentions of throwing it, but he doesn't make bad decisions on the run. Great job of getting outside the pocket. Once you get outside the pocket, you can throw the ball away. Don't throw it to where you make a mistake. He did a great job of, you live for the next down. Great, smart football.
Jalil Rivera, Harvey, and Jaden Loving had the pressure for the Hilltoppers up the middle. So another 3rd down and long. Rockets have converted on some of these tonight, including the last one. 60% right now they're converting on 3rd downs.
Yes, I mean, the Rockets are making some big plays downfield, and they got that big tight end down there again, number 88. He's always making plays, and they're looking for Torres if they can.
Gleason over the middle, Stewart again, and right down the seam inside the 20-yard line. Jaquez Stewart to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 27.
Oh my goodness, look at Stewart catch that ball and get upfield. We got yardage after the catch. No, when he catches that ball with his hands, he gets upfield and shake his body like, oh, get off me.
Jaquez Stewart, the leading receiver by a mile right now for the Rockets. 3 catches for 93 yards. And Toledo in the red zone, up by 4. Gleason. Stewart one more time, this time as a rusher. And he is wrestled down there by Hosea Wheeler.
Yeah, Benjamin and Wheeler made that tackle, but I think he was gassed out there after making those plays.
That's my bad. That's Sebastian Benjamin on the stop. 9, not 0 with a terrific play and no gain. 2nd down and 10 now. Empty backfield for Gleason. So a designed run. And it broke from the beginning. Terrion Thompson got through quickly to make the stop for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Bowling Green's infamous favor. Terrion, the terrible, making tackles, shedding the nose guard. Shedding the center and making that play with his hands.
3rd down and long. The Rockets have been money on this down, on this drive. 7 of 11 in the game. Gleason gets it out quickly to Newton. Newton with a cutback.
Oh,
and Newton with just enough, I believe, to get the 1st down, or is he short?
I tell you one thing, Newton was scooting on that. I mean, they are so, explosive. They can make plays, catch the ball with his hands, juked a few people and got upfield. No hesitation at all.
He got the 1st down. It's 1st down and goal. Shaw pulled down from behind. And that was Hosea Wheeler.
Wow, I mean, you look at it, they're just 3rd down is just explosive. I mean, they're 3 for 3 on 3rd and long on this drive right now. And when you make plays like that, you can help your offense and sustain the drives and keep a long time.
Grant Zimmerly, a redshirt freshman, the injured Toledo Rocket, with 8:31 to go in the 3rd as they come out to check on him. Rockets on the move, leading 14-10. Back in a moment. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line for the Toledo Rockets. They lead Western Kentucky 14-10 with 8.5 to go in the third quarter here in the Bluegrass State. Tucker Gleason has Willie Shaw the third in the backfield. Gleason will throw for Newton in the end zone. It's incomplete. And a flag comes in. DeMarco Williams had the coverage for the Hilltoppers. The flag came in at the end of that play.
Yeah, whatever the penalty's looking like, they're giving them second chances on that one, but they got to let them play too. They're getting together and discussing to see if there was interference or not. Even if he had an attempt to get the ball, I'm not even sure that he was able to get that.
There you go, picked it up. Third down and goal from the 8.
But the only thing, Jeff, is the dreadful third down.
Well,
for WKU is bad, but for right now, for Toledo, they've been 100% on the third down conversion.
They have converted 3 of them on this drive. It's an 11-play drive at the moment. Newton at the top of your screen with Benjamin on him. Now they bring him in motion. Heavy on the right side. Gleason's looking that way. Gleason to the end zone. Reaching for the goal line. Touchdown. It's Torres again. Anthony Torres, for the second time tonight, catches a touchdown pass from Tucker Gleason, and Toledo goes up 20-10.
Yeah, Torres, a big guy. He just looked like a forward in basketball, just pinning the safeties in the back of the end zone and shielding them. And then Gleason threw a great dart on the outside so he can catch the ball. But 4 for 4 on third down conversion. If you do that, it's hard to stop any offense.
Dylan Cunanan for the point after. It is up and it is good. And Toledo takes an 11-point advantage. They led 14-0 late in the second quarter, and now they're back up by 2 scores again. 21-10, Gleason to Torres. Torres had 2 touchdowns on the year entering the night. He has doubled that total in this game, and the Rockets have opened up an 11-point advantage. Did we go to break? Are we in a break? Are we in a break? Okay. Welcome back to Houchin Smith Stadium here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Jeff M., Terry Obie, and our great ESPN Plus crew. Glad to rejoin you after more than an hour of a weather delay due to lightning in the area. We are ready to resume this ball game with Toledo on top of Western Kentucky 21-10. We still have light rain, but we are just a couple of minutes away from restarting this game. And here's a recap of the scoring starting late in the first half with a Tucker Gleason 1-yard rushing touchdown. And then right before halftime, both teams got a touchdown. Gleason found Anthony Torres. First of 2 times you're going to see Torres in this highlight reel. Western Kentucky got on the board just under 2 minutes before halftime. A 44-yard strike from Veldkamp to Johnson. And then a Lucas Carnero 39-yard field goal made it 14-10. And then here was Gleason to Torres for the second time. And that was the final play before the lightning delay. So Toledo is going to be kicking off to Western Kentucky in this third quarter with 8:13 to go and a 21-10 Toledo lead. Terry, take us into the mind of a player, how one would probably handle the hour delay, because there were multiple lightning strikes that kept pushing back that 30-minute window. How do you think the guys handle this, and what do you expect now coming out of this stoppage?
Yeah, right now the advantages for WKU when you got home field advantage, because you got a big locker room. You know, Toledo's on the opposing side is really small, so it's not like a comfortable thing that they have been used to. So they got to stretch. You got to take some, you know, IV or whatever you need to do. You need to rehydrate. But Toledo don't have all their stuff here, so it's going to be interesting to see how they come out the second half and see what happens with WKU.
We had a great crowd at the outset. It has, of course, thinned out a little bit, as you would expect after some of the weather. And again, light rain still falling, and this game might have light rain the rest of the way. Right now, it's a very, very manageable sprinkle. The wind has died down a little bit from what we experienced at the outset of the lightning delay, and we are back underway. Michael Denning gets it in the air for Toledo. George Hart III will fair catch it at the 16-yard line, and the Hilltoppers offense will come back out on the field for the first time in a while.
Yeah, that was a great job by Hart on that one, because if you get the ball at the 25-yard line, there's no need to try to catch the ball and run, because the defenders and Toledo was already there, so it was a great job by doing that.
Caden Veldkamp, 8 of 11. 92 yards and a touchdown on the night. He's completed 73% of his passes, and his team right now is down by 11. Empty backfield, and he will run it, and ushered out of bounds at the 29-yard line. They had Braden Alls there as part of the stop.
Yeah, especially with an empty backfield. There was no one covering the quarterback. So Veldkamp recognized that, didn't throw anything into traffic, and got the yardage.
Here's Elijah Young, right down the middle of the field. He's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, Jeff, you talked about that too, how WKU didn't really need to start running the football, and that was a really nice gain and run for 5 yards.
6th carry of the night for Elijah Young. They'll go right back to him, and he will get 2. Second down and 8 coming up inside of 7.5 minutes in the third. Again, if you're just joining us, a little more than an hour weather delay due to lightning in the area. Never had heavy rain. The lightning was the problem, and now back underway. Here's Easton Messer. Quiet night so far, trying to make something happen, and he picks up a few to set up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, they're going warp speed right now. We see that. Get the ball out to Messer, make some plays happen in open space. They're trying to get it, so instead of running the football, they're spreading Toledo out right now and just getting the ball upfield. And I expect right now this 3rd down, this is a two down possession right here.
4-down territory?
Yeah.
Veldkamp looks for Messer again, and that one incomplete. Coverage provided by Emmanuel McNeil Warren, and let's see if they're thinking the way you're thinking here, Terry. 4th down, looks like they're going to punt.
Oh, yeah, because it depends where you're at. If you're across the 50, I think there would have been another opportunity to do that, but I think he was gambling and thinking that he would get the first down and do that.
Cole Maynard back out to punt, and Bryson Hammer back deep at his own 10-yard line for the Rockets. This is a very good Toledo defense. They bring back a ton of starters, and 7 of the 11 starters are 6-year seniors. They have made it tough tonight on the Hilltoppers. Maynard with another good punt, and it's going to end up in the end zone after Hammer had tried to deke the Hilltoppers special teams unit into thinking he was going to catch it. It was nowhere near him, and it's coming to the 25-yard line for the Rockets. Big possession right here, I think, on both sides. You got an 11-point lead if you're Toledo. A lot of time left, but we've seen a couple of different 2-score separations in this game, and right now the Rockets, with their first time having the ball after this more than an hour stoppage. Let's see what they look like on offense.
Yeah, they're coming back on offense too. You know, who has been really deadly for them is the running back, Jaquez Stewart. catching the ball against the linebackers. I want to see if they get him the ball to isolation.
They do on a rushing attempt, and he gets 4 yards. Jacquez Stewart has 3 catches for 93 yards in this game. He's now carried it 8 times for 14 yards.
So really they're going to, with Gleason, they're going to line of scrimmage more check with me. They line it up fast, and then they look at the defense and look at the offensive coordinators to change the play.
Eric Holly at the bottom of your screen. Newton and Vandeross, 1 and 2 on the jersey numbers at the top. Here's Stewart across the 30-yard line. First down yardage for Jacquez Stewart. He picks up 7, and that'll move the chains for the Rockets.
Yeah, it's the Jacquez Stewart show. He's getting that football and you know what I like about what he does, he just put a foot in the ground and he gets north.
Rockets averaging 43 points per game in their first 3 games of the year. They've beaten Duquesne, UMass, and Mississippi State. Gleason rolling out. From behind, he's hit. The ball is out. It's picked up by the Hilltoppers. Recovered on the play by Darius Thomas. Kylan Guidry had the hit. And Western Kentucky forces a Toledo turnover.
Yeah, Darius Thomas on a great play there. We were picking that fumble recovery. But the big thing, Guidry, like you said, Jeff, earlier, was on a dog blitz. And that's that linebacker coming off the edge, blindside the quarterback. He had no idea, Gleason had no idea he was coming on that play.
There have not been many times tonight where we've really seen a lot of pressure on Tucker Gleason right there, and the Hilltoppers get home in a big way.
Yeah, now they're in a position right now. WKU is on the fringe of the red zone. You got to take advantage of this. You got to get 7 points out of this drive. There's no way you can come empty-handed on this one. 3 points is not good enough.
5:11 to go in the third. Veldkamp tried to get it out quickly to Messer, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, that throw was almost with the Veldkamp. You know how when you skip rocks in the water, it was really short on that. He didn't get a chance to plant his feet down with the pressure up front to get the ball to Messer.
Avery Smith was ready to put a hit on Messer had it been caught anyway. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, they're switching in this bunch route, and most of the time they like to run these crossing routes on here.
Veldkamp wants to take a shot for the end zone. And a leaping interception by Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Toledo picks off Veldkamp for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, really, if you look at that, the ball's in the air. Veldkamp got to see that. The safety went deep. They're not rushing, though. He was at double coverage over Messer right there. Great play, great leap in clear by Dixon. Was that number 8 Dixon?
Warren.
Warren, I'm sorry, Warren.
Yeah, terrific jumping catch in a 2-on-1 situation in the end zone. So the Hilltoppers get a takeaway, but then follow it up with a giveaway. And it goes right back to the Rockets. Now Tucker Gleason brings his offense back out. He's got Willie Shaw III in the backfield. Shaw, 5th carry of the night, and taken down pretty quickly. That was Jaden Loving on the stop for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I'm loving Jaden, what he's doing right now. Great job on that, holding up 2 blockers and making that tackle on the outside.
2-yard gain for Shaw III. Now it's Jaden Doughton up top of your screen.
So then they got isolation too. We got to be WKU's got to be careful about one-on-one now.
They love Newton over the middle, but that time Gleason overshot him.
Yeah,
Newton and Vandeross so dangerous on these crossing routes.
Yeah, the crossing route, but it was so much pressure by the toppers on that one. He couldn't. Gleason didn't have enough time to plant his feet and get the ball to Newton.
3rd down and 8.
Let's see what's going to happen in this 3rd down situation. They was 4 for 4 on their drive when they scored the touchdown.
Hilltoppers send 4. Gleason out to Vandeross, and he's quickly wrapped up and ushered out of bounds. Good coverage by Devontae Matthews, short of the 1st down, and the Toledo punting unit is coming out.
Yeah, this is one of the first times that they had to punt the football. Great job by the Hilltoppers stopping that play, stopping them from getting the 1st down. Because now they were 4 for 4, so now they're 4 for 5.
Katie Hutchinson back for the Toppers. Emilio Duran back out for Toledo. Duran's 3rd punt of the night. He's averaging 48 per punt.
Nice kick.
Gets another one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 35-yard line by Hutchinson. So a stalemate. Both teams had a shot after a takeaway, and it goes right back to Western Kentucky. 3:35 to go in the 3rd. Toppers are down by 11.
Yeah, Velkamp just got to settle down right now and don't try to make things happen if they're not there, because Toledo is too good of a defense for you to do that. Because what they're doing is they're baiting him. They're only rushing 4 defensive linemen, and they drop it everybody. The safeties are covering the hashes, so he has to be really careful of what he's doing.
Got 2 guys in the backfield with him now, Young and Messer. And it's Young getting a shot, stays on his feet past the 40. Hard running there by Elijah Young out to the 48-yard line.
I like that Elijah Young, but he looked old on that one. He had that old strength on that one. On first contact, he kept running his feet, get a 1st down for another 3 yards.
2nd down and 2. Quick pass out to Keyshawn Johnson. He'll get a little bit closer, just short of the 1st down. And looking like we've got a 3rd down and 1 here for WKU.
Good job by Keyshawn Johnson, but Bolden came up there and made a really good tackle to wrap him up short of the 1st down.
Inside of 3 minutes here in the 3rd. And about 6 minutes back in play after the weather stoppage. Velkamp will keep it. He's got the 1st down. Able to slither past Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and Western Kentucky will move the chains.
Yeah, Velkamp, such a big guy. When he dives like that, he's 6'6". I mean, he can get just 3 or 4 yards just on diving and moving forward, stepping forward. Great job, great recognition, understanding coverage, understanding defense, and know he had to go wide as the widest.
Velkamp outlets to Elijah Young, and he's taken down by Dan Bolden. Bolden was everywhere last week against Mississippi State. That's a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, again, great job by Bolden, closing very fast. What great speed that he has to the football, making a lot of plays last week and also tonight.
He's a 7-year senior. A couple of years ago, he missed back-to-back seasons with ACL and Achilles injuries. He's one of the guys in that kind of heart and soul group for this vaunted Toledo defense. Now an opportunity for George Hart III back to the original line of scrimmage. So now a 3rd down and 10 coming up for Western Kentucky.
Yeah, this game right here is starting to get pivotal now. For some reason, they're going to have to get a 3rd down strike and get the ball out and make some plays. This is the first time they're bringing pressure now. Look like they're bringing pressure, Toledo is.
2 for 7 in the game on 3rd downs, while Toledo's 9 out of 14. Here comes pressure, gets it out quickly. Messer can't hold on. That was well covered again by Toledo. Rockets are just so strong at every level of the defense. There's just not a lot of openings.
Yeah, they make a lot of plays, and what I like, even if you catch the ball, they're bend, don't break. They run to the football and separate you from the football. They allow you to catch the ball, but can you hold on to it?
Yeah, Messer would have had a hard time getting the 1st down even if he'd caught that one. Cole Maynard back out to punt. His 5th punt of the night. He's averaged 53 per punt tonight. Lets this one go. Bryson Hammer gonna let it bounce. And inside the 5, the Toppers try to down it at the 1. Did they do it? They got it at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, what a great punt there. That looked like one of that 9. What's great about the punter, that looked like a 9-iron. It has some like backspin to get enough to get down there and down the football. What a great punt.
What a play by Rex Robick to get down there and save that and pin Toledo at the 2. 53 seconds to go now in the 3rd. Toledo leads by 11, but they are pinned back.
It'll be interesting to see what Toledo comes out and do. Now they saw they got their big back in there. He's doing really well. Connor is 8 carries, 35 yards, just a pound. He's averaging 4.4 yards a carry. It seemed like they're going to give him the ball right now in the backed up in the end zone.
And they never go under center. Wallensack trying to get back. Is it a safety?
Wow. I wonder what the forward progress would look like.
Yeah.
But it looked like Toledo's coming off the coming off the field. I think there was a safety.
I didn't see a ruling on it, though. Hilltoppers were signaling safety.
I think they're taking a timeout to check it. But he was hitting the backfield. But the forward progress probably got him past the end zone.
Boy, it's going to be very close.
Mic check.
Rodney Burnett, our referee. There's the signal.
Safety.
All right.
A
21 to 12
on
now.
Toledo.
So the special teams play by Robick. The defense for the Hilltoppers pushes back Connor Wallensack, and now it's a 9-point game, and the Hilltoppers will get it again.
Yeah, now this has become a ball game now. Give them opportunity to make those plays. You see what it would be after halftime. They all blitzed the outside, made a big difference, and each gap was hit. The C gap, all A gap, B gap, D gap, C gap, everything was
all the gaps.
Every gap was covered.
Devin
A, B,
Lynch
C,
got
D.
back there first. Terrific defense by the Hilltoppers, and with 39 seconds to go in the 3rd, it's a 21 to 12 ball game now. Jason Kendall going to huddle up with his group.
Yes, it's really hard with the Coach Crandall's on the sideline to get those guys geared up after going to the locker room. We talked about that, and that's why it's the advantage for the Toppers in this situation, because they got enough room to spread out and hometown advantage and go in the locker room after the momentum that Toledo had, and that rain delay was really in the favor for the Tops.
Jason Kendall in his 9th year with Toledo. Last year they won 11 straight games to win the MAC West. They had a top 25 ranking. They appeared in the Arizona Bowl. They've got a terrific streak going. They've got a 14-year streak going back to 2010 of FBS Bowl eligible. It's the 8th longest active streak in the country. Teams like Alabama, Wisconsin, Georgia, Oklahoma among those in front of Toledo. So the Rockets have been good for a long, long time, and the Hilltoppers, 5 bowl games in 5 years and 3 consecutive wins under Tyson Helton. We told you these two teams came in to the year both ranked 2nd in their respective conference. Toledo out of the MAC, Western Kentucky out of Conference USA. We expected a battle. I think both teams came into this game feeling like, hey, we should win this game, but they also knew it was going to be an absolute fight.
Yeah, this has turned out to be a fight the entire time. But right now, the Hilltoppers are in a position to make things happen.
Toledo won last week at Mississippi State. And Western Kentucky getting the Rockets here at home a week after the Hilltoppers won their region rivalry game, the 100 miles of hate against Middle Tennessee. Took down the Blue Raiders 49-21. That was after Western Kentucky opened the year with a loss at Alabama, where they got some valuable experience in minutes for some guys against a big-time program like that. Then came here the next week and won 31-0 against EKU before they won at Middle Tennessee State last week. Hutchinson backs up inside his 20, and he'll try to reverse the field and have a tough time doing it. Good coverage by the Rockets there. So Marion Lang, part of the stop for Toledo.
Yeah, Katie Hutchinson was going sideways because of Toledo's got great speed on the outside.
So Hilltoppers ball with 40 seconds to go in the third. Toledo on top 21-12.
For the Hilltoppers at its own 14-yard line.
So Veldkamp here, he just needs to just be a little poised. I mean, in a situation where he can make things happen. He doesn't have to force things like he's done the last 2 series.
Elijah Young in the backfield. Hilltoppers averaging under 3 yards a carry on the ground. Here's a pass completion. Keyshawn Johnson out to the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup. Johnson, the big touchdown catch earlier. They find him for the 4th time tonight.
Yeah, we call that Y hook. Keyshawn caught the ball and got north quick.
Going right back to him. And this time he's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, very physical at the point of attack. Great catch with his hands, but tackle on the outside. Really great job by the corner on that play, making things happen.
They had Avery Smith,
Smith.
Emmanuel McNeil Warren, DeAndre Reagan got out there too. There's not been much wide open for a Hilltopper pass catcher tonight. The Rockets are on you in coverage pretty promptly. Clock was down to 4. They're going to move it back to 12. Probably the final play of the quarter either way. We'll see, depending on what the Hilltoppers do on a 2nd down and 10. Although the clock would then run if they're going to set it back. I think maybe they ruled that he was not out of bounds, or that he was, and that's when the clock had rolled down to 4. They're still trying to clarify it. Tyson Helton's trying to figure this out on the sideline.
The ruling
Just
on
like
the
we
field
are.
is a catch and the runner down. Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds.
Okay, so they've
The
changed
clock
their
will
mind.
start on my signal.
Going back to 4, and that probably then would take us to the end of the quarter. Tyson Helton trying to figure out, are you going to roll the clock now or not?
If he's going to get an opportunity to run one play for this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to wind the clock now. There's the signal, and that'll take us to the end of the third. Kind of an uneventful way to end the third, but we end the third nonetheless. Jason Candle and the Rockets taking a 21-12 lead to the 4th quarter on the road here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Western Kentucky ball is 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line to start the 4th quarter. And they've got River Helms with his first catch of the night, taking the ball to the 48-yard line. We had not called his name yet. That's a gain of 28 for the standout Hilltopper tight end.
Yeah, River Helms on the river route. In other words, the flow route going across the seams or the stream.
10th catch of the year for Helms. Here's Elijah Young to midfield and just inside of Toledo territory for a Hilltoppers team that's down 2 possessions right now. They've only been in the red zone 1 time in this game. Their 1 touchdown was from outside of the red zone on a 44-yard pass. They've kicked a field goal and gotten a safety. And right now, Caden Veldkamp's got them on the move.
Yeah, and I noticed too that Toledo is with the 4 rushers. They're not getting to the quarterback, so they're bringing an extra linebacker, so they're rushing 5, and now it makes it one-on-one with the receivers. Now Caden Veldkamp is knowing they're getting ready to do this, and he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down and 7. For Helms again, and almost picked off again. That was Emmanuel McNeil Warren ready for another one, and it went out of his hands.
Yeah, Veldkamp has got to make sure he throws that ball. I mean, just because he got pressure, you don't get that ball up in the air, because that would have been a huge mistake. And River Helms, if you're going to run down there, you need to make sure you become the defensive back and knock that ball down.
3rd down and 7.
And they look like they got one-on-one at the top. I'm surprised they threw a double move down here to go upstairs.
Feldkamp intended for Keyshawn Johnson, and the Hilltoppers wanted a flag on that coverage. No flags called. Coverage provided there for the Rockets. That was Avery Smith.
Avery Smith on a good coverage on one-on-one. Now they got to punt the ball again. No one is really driving the football now after the break.
Toledo gets a stop, and on those last couple of plays, their standout defensive tackle Darius Alexander was not in the game. This one inside the 10, and Bryson Hammer down to a knee to grab it. 13:29 to go in the fourth. Rockets get it back, holding on to a 9-point advantage on the road. What was a warm and humid night when this game began is now turning into a wet one here in Bowling Green as we welcome you back to Houchin Smith Stadium. 13:29 to go, fourth quarter. Toledo gets the ball back. They are pinned to their own 8-yard line for a first down and 10. Tucker Gleason hands it off to Connor Wallenczak, and he fights his way across the 10-yard line out to the 12 for a pickup of 4. Second down and 6 coming up for the Rockets after Wallenczak's 10th carry of the night.
Yeah, Wallenczak is very physical down there, making plays and making things happen. And this with Gleason, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes in here. There hasn't been any interception in this point. He's a really good manager of the offense.
First-year starter, fourth year in the program. And the Hilltoppers back them up a couple of yards. Rockets wanted a face mask there on one of the tackle attempts.
Yeah, Jaden was able to get back there very quick. Jaden Loving was able to shoot that gap very fast, but he got a wrap on that tackle. But came back on that to recover what he did by Zach Edwards.
The run defenses for both of these teams have been amazing. 2.6 yards per carry, the average right now for both clubs. And now it looks like we got movement up front against Toledo.
Yeah, look, 65. Stephen Gales looked like he moved a little earlier.
That will turn it into a third down and 12 if that is the case. Rockets are already backing up a little bit.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
So that'll put it at the 6.
Yeah, Gales Jr. is one of those big guys out there making a lot of plays. 6'6", 290. He's a load out there. Very athletic, but he jumped off sides on that play.
Wallenczak in the backfield. Gleason from his own end zone. Here comes the pressure. He gets it out. It's complete to Eric Holly III, but well shy of first down yardage. The tackle by Anthony Johnson Jr., and the Rockets have to punt.
Yeah, Gleason took a hit on that. He got real lucky on that play because coming around the corner there was Zach Edwards and also Robinson.
So now Emilio Duran from his own end zone. Hilltoppers have K.D. Hutchinson already in Rockets territory waiting for this punt back near the logo.
And it looks like the Tops are bringing a lot of pressure.
Duran gets it away. It's a short punt. Takes a favorable bounce and goes out of bounds right near midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 of Toledo. Seeing some defenses standing firm in this fourth quarter and second half. Still a 9-point game in the Bluegrass State. Hilltoppers have it again when we come back.
There's
11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 2-score difference right now. 21-12, Toledo on top of Western Kentucky. Jeff Hamterioli back with you here at Houchin Smith Stadium. A game that was stopped for a little more than an hour due to a weather delay back in that third quarter. Now we are early in the fourth. Caden Veldkamp down the sideline for Messer. Easton Messer stays on his feet, trying to flip the field. And Messer is in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
There is a
Blocking the
flag
back.
on the 5-yard line.
Wasn't necessary.
That is probably going to bring this back.
Wow.
At the moment, it's a 49-yard
Illegal
touchdown.
block in the back. Offense number 18. Penalty 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, he didn't really
Still
have to
first
do
down.
that on that play. What a mistake. And you know what, Jeff, what I noticed too, though, we didn't take this in consideration because of the time delay. In Toledo, they're an hour ahead, right? And now this is sleepy time. What a great play, great throw in the air. Messer didn't need any help on that one. You didn't have to do that.
That was Musa Berry trying to
Berry.
clear out Braden Alls. So it's still a terrific gain for the Hilltoppers. Messer with the reception. They'll mark it at the 18-yard line. And it's a first down and 10. Veldkamp out to Keyshawn Johnson. And inside the 10-yard line on another reception for Johnson. His 6th catch of the night, inching his way toward the 75-yard plateau.
And Keyshawn Johnson making plays with his hands. But you know what I noticed lately? Again, the time difference, that makes a big difference. An hour East Coast time in Toledo. It seemed like the Toppers a little bit of like a step ahead of them right now in this last drive.
2nd down and 1. Veldkamp has the first down. Veldkamp has a touchdown. 21-18 ball game on a 4th quarter touchdown scamper by Caden Veldkamp.
Yes, that was a quarterback power. They're looking a little bit more physical. I'm telling you, that rain delay, all that delay has got them boys, Toledo, tired. For some reason, they're just not disciplined. And a lot of the defensive linemen are not even playing anymore. They're switching them a lot.
Back to a 1-score difference. This by Carnero can make it a 2-point game. And he got it through. It is 21-19. And for about the 1000th time tonight, we can say we've got a ball game.
Yeah, we got a ball game. You know what? Somebody's praying for these Hilltoppers over here. Rain delay, go in the locker room. I'm telling you, Toledo went in there. Now it's an hour ahead of time. So now it's what, 9:55 here, but it's 10:55 to them. So that's kind of sleepy time around 11 o'clock, time to go to sleep. And that last drive, they didn't look like the same Toledo.
And a lot of time remaining in this game with 10:43. So how do the Rockets regroup?
You know what? You like that commercial, they just got to go ahead and take their time like that Rocket Mortgage. Just take a long period of time, invest it, and get back to their bread and butter. Start establishing a run, take the clock down, and just go down and score.
Riley Stevens ready to kick it away. Jacquez Stewart, Jerwan Newton ready for the Rockets. And they'll take a knee on it, Stewart. And it'll come out to the 25-yard line for the Toledo Rockets, who still have the lead, but find themselves in a little bit of gut check time right now.
Big gut check time. You know what's really interesting, the people that left, I mean, they're probably watching on the broadcast now. You have watching a dynamic game right now. It has turned out to be a barn burner.
3-0 Toledo, 2-1 Western Kentucky. Both teams knew this would be a battle. Both teams felt like they could win this game, and they are both showing that as we head down the stretch. Tucker Gleason.
And it seems like WKU is bringing a lot of pressure now.
Here it comes. Gleason's getting backed up, gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Jerwan Newton, but more just getting rid of it to somebody in the neighborhood to avoid a sack.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Okay, what they're doing now is just wholesaling and bringing everybody right now. Coach Summers is bringing everybody out there on the blitzes, and Anthony Johnson almost came home on that one.
Tyson Summers, 3rd year as the defensive coordinator for the Hilltoppers. They love to bring pressure. Chandler Matthews was among those getting there first on that one. Second down and 10 now.
And Anthony Johnson's coming again.
Gleason again has to get rid of it. And again, it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Newton.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Toledo's just out of sync right now. I mean, the pressure is getting to them, and the fire is a little bit on WKU side with that energy. They're bringing everybody right now. They have a little bit of energy and something to play for right now. They smell something. That locker room talk has got them guys out here playing on a different level. And Coach Sommer has not stopped bringing the heat. An unbalanced side, he's bringing as many people as he can bring.
Gleason wrestled down. Darius Thomas got there first. And the Hilltoppers forced the Rockets to punt it away.
Yeah, again, great swim move. I mean, he is having a great day today. Zach Edwards is making things happen, all with the help of his friends. Darius Thomas coming down there, making some very exciting plays.
Boy, the Hilltoppers bench has gotten a jolt of energy in the last couple of minutes, too. They were going crazy during that third down. Duran gets it off. Hutchinson comes up to get it, dropped it. It is loose at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that could be crucial here. Now, that would be a big time.
Hilltoppers ball.
Oh, wow. For both sides, that could have been very interesting because you give Toledo the ball there, all they have to do is run the football.
Well, that was close, too. Both teams were claiming they had it.
Yeah, Hutchinson took his eye off the ball, trying to absorb some contact. Great recovery on that football.
Man, that was a big play right there. 9:41 to go in the game. Hilltoppers get it back. They're down by 2.
And really, you just have to be patient. But what Toledo has to do is get back to that defensive front and bring those guys and make some plays up front. But WKU is throwing that ball, getting that ball downfield.
Veldkamp with a flag in the backfield,
Holding.
takes off and runs and gets to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, most like that on that play there is holding from that backfield judge. Tripping, holding.
It's on Elijah Young. And again, we're seeing Darius Alexander on that Toledo bench right now. Standing along the sideline in reserve, one of their core defensive linemen. They're going 4 down linemen here for a first down and 25.
Yeah, they're a different team without him. They bring a lot of pressure.
Another flag. Veldkamp finds Messer across the 35-yard line to the 38. And we'll check this penalty.
It might have been offsides on Toledo there. I think they're losing. They jumped off, so it was a free play to Veldkamp.
Messer showing the hops to go up and get it.
Offside. Defense number 90 in the neutral zone
Yep.
of the snap.
So that'll be
Penalty is
declined.
declined. Second down.
Second down. They got 17 on that play. Setting up a second down and very manageable now.
See, right now they got Toledo on their heels. Now, if you run some crossing routes, that'll make some. Now Toledo's starting to bring some pressure. You got to get the ball out. Now they're vulnerable for one-on-one.
Alexander's back in for the Rockets. 9 and white. He's double teamed. Pass out to Helms. River Helms is going to get forward progress for a first down to the 45.5-yard line.
Yeah, Helms is making some things plays. I mean, if they get him to play, get him to get the ball and make some plays, it'll make a huge difference. Now, Van Kelp's just got to be poised. Now you got 5 receivers.
Empty backfield. Veldkamp, plenty of time. Down the middle. And Johnson,
penalty.
it's incomplete. Flags fly.
Wow. Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson, man, it got, you know what? Got pulled back on there. There's pass interference on that one. They're playing real lazy right now. Toledo, they got Toledo on their heels right now.
Pass interference, defense number 12. 15-yard penalty, automatic
It's on
first
Avery
down.
Smith.
Yes, he got away with a few of them, but that one, that penalty could cost him a lot on that one.
Boy, this game has totally changed in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the double pump fake. The ball's in the air. Yeah, he grabbed him when the ball was in the air. Avery Smith. And right now, I mean, Jeff, again, they're not able to get any pressure on the quarterback. Velkamp has been able to stay back there. The offensive line has changed the mindset. So it's almost like they got an extra halftime talk for that delay.
It's a defense that doesn't blitz a ton because typically they can get pressure with just their D-line. And now we've got a flag and movement against the Hilltoppers. This will set up a first down and 15.
Offense number 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that is, you cannot do that, Watt Johnson. Receivers do not jump off sides because you move, you go off the movement of the ball. If the ball doesn't move, you do not move. So there's no excuse for Keyshawn to make that mistake in a crucial down like this.
Back to the pressure, you know, Toledo led the MAC in sacks last year, and head coach Jason Candle says, we get those as a group because each layer of the defense does its part. The sacks come from the D-line on the stat line, but everybody is part of it. Now Velkamp does get wrapped up in the backfield.
Yeah, that's the first time they had a rush 4, but they brought another linebacker on that one. So now they couldn't get to him, so they brought another linebacker, Barrow, to make that play. Jackson Barrow.
Second down and 15 now.
Second down, 16.
So River Helms on this one-on-one, you got to get that ball to him.
Velkamp gets it out, pass complete. The ball's loose. A free ball inside the 30-yard line.
River Helms looked like he got it back.
The Hilltoppers fell on it. Helms got it back. The Rockets had 2 chances to fall on it, and Helms got it back.
Yeah, they got to catch that, secure that football. Wow, he held it loosely. You got to make sure you can secure that football at all times. That's Starling.
Yeah, Demick Starling coughed it up. Helms got it back. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Inside of 7.5 minutes. Velkamp back to throw, and it's deflected and batted down. Good defense up front there by the Rockets.
Yeah, I mean,
it was Ray Doran.
Ray Durham. You know what I noticed though? The Hilltoppers they found something by going in that timeout or that halftime delay, because they're making Toledo rush 5. They're not getting to the quarterback with the 4, so now you got 1-on-1 if you bring in 5.
Velkamp on second down and 10, gets it out quickly to Johnson. Johnson welcoming contact and inside the 15-yard line.
Exactly. Now they see the matches now. They put him in.
Elijah Young, my mistake.
Yeah. Elijah Young making plays and being physical out there.
And that's another Franklin Bank and Trust Company Hilltopper.
But you don't have to throw on every down. This might be an opportunity to run the football.
Company Red Zone.
Approaching 6.5 minutes. Young leaks out. Velkamp tries to take off, and he is grabbed at the feet by Jackson Barrow.
Yeah, Barrow made a great tackle in space. What a great tackle to prevent that touchdown, Velkamp from scoring the touchdown. But good, get his eyes downfield, closing speed by Barrow. Read a great play by that linebacker.
Hilltoppers in the red zone, down by 2. 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, with one high safety, man, there's an opportunity maybe to get that ball deep. They playing Sterling one-on-one, maybe get that ball in the air.
Velkamp gives it up to Hart. Hart inside the 5 and down to the 2.
Oh, man, Hart must have seen the wizard. He got a heart and some courage on that play. Give him the football. Outside zone. Hey, jump cut to the outside. There we go.
3rd down and 1.
9 for 9.
3rd down and 1. Inside of 5.5 minutes. Young is in the backfield. Veldkamp will keep. Veldkamp, a touchdown! And the Hilltoppers have taken the lead, 25-21.
There looked like a penalty right there, but quarterback power. Veldkamp get in there and run power. Design quarterback run. What a great play. I don't know what happened on that play after that.
There is a flag.
Now given $150 to tonight's charity champion.
There's a flag at the 5-yard line. It's being picked up. Rodney Burnett is our referee. Right now the Hilltoppers lead by 4.
Wow, that's, you know what, I think that might have been after the play.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 65. The result of the play is a touchdown. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Rodney Newsom with the penalty, so it'll be enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown stands, and the Hilltoppers up by 4 are going to go for the point after.
Yeah, but Newsom, though, I know Coach Helton is saying it's nothing wrong with being a little nasty of an offensive lineman. You score, that was just in the battle of the play, wasn't that big of a deal.
Lucas Carnero for the point after. He's got it, and it's 26-21. The Hilltoppers have taken the lead with 5:16 to go in the 4th. Their first advantage of the night. Western Kentucky leading for the first time tonight. Caden Veldkamp with 2 fourth-quarter rushing touchdowns has put the Hilltoppers up 26-21. Jacquez Stewart and the Toledo Rockets are looking for an answer now. Riley Stevens will punt it away, remember, from the 20 because of the personal foul after the touchdown. That gets enforced on the kickoff, so it helps Toledo's field position. Here's Stewart. Stewart past the 40.
Penalty.
And out to the 45-yard line. There is a flag. He gets a good return out to the 45-yard line. We'll check the penalty.
Because most of the time is blocking the back or holding on that play.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 39. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
6th penalty of the night against the Rockets. Hilltoppers have 10 for 104 penalty yards. So Rockets ball, Tucker Gleason ready to come back out. He's 15 for 27 tonight for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both teams are averaging under 3 yards per carry on the ground. But with that last drive, Western Kentucky now leading in total yardage. It's been a totally different Hilltoppers team since that hour-plus weather delay stoppage. And the Rockets now trying to respond. Gleason will give it to Willie Shaw. And Shaw gets a pickup of 2.
Yeah, Gleason is in right now. Coach Summers, the defensive coordinator, is bringing pressure on every down because he's forcing Gleason to make checks and calls at the line of scrimmage. Safety blitz is coming now. We call that the S, the snake.
And a timeout taken by the Hilltoppers.
Western Kentucky.
This timeout brought to you by
43 to go in the game. Timeout, Hilltoppers. Tyson Helton looking on.
Yeah, writing something down and making sure that they get together. See, Coach Summers on the sideline is gearing his defense, is telling them what to do and bringing pressure. He's bringing so much pressure right now, forcing Gleason to make checks at the line of scrimmage. So Gleason's got to go out there and just be patient and do like what you normally do. Make sure you get your offensive line in great position to block.
Second down and 7.
Jacquez Stewart in their backfield. He's been a huge weapon for them tonight. Second down and 7. They'll give it to Stewart. And there is nothing there. Marcus Patterson got into the backfield almost immediately for the Hilltoppers.
Wow. Coach Summers has changed his whole strategy. They just say, I'm going to go mano a mano. We're going to bring an all-out blitz called the NCAA A, B, C, D gap. All the players were there. The Hilltoppers are playing at a different level right now. Look at this 4 overload. This is something that then they stem into a bear front.
Third down and 7. Gleason out to Vandeross. Spinning away. Vandeross has the first down. Huge conversion by the Rockets. Third down has been their bread and butter tonight. They're now 10 for 17.
Junior Vandeross making moves at the 5'8", 182, but so quick feet and strong. Got a lower half that cannot be denied. He continue to run his feet. It's hard to bring him down.
Inside of 4 minutes, Toledo down by 5. Got to get a touchdown. 3 timeouts for the Rockets, 2 for the Hilltoppers. Gleason rolls it out, finds Newton. Newton spinning away from trouble. Newton near midfield, and he's a yard short of a first down. They'll pick up 9. Third down and 1 now coming up for second down and 1 for the Rockets.
Nice pass to Scoot Newton. Great feet, wiggle, shakes. Nobody can tackle him in space. Took 4 or 5 people to get him down.
Now Gleason has the first down, right down the middle of the field. Gleason inside the 15-yard line, and here come the Rockets.
Yeah, Gleason on the creasing right there. Misplay, misblock, forgot a blocking responsibility, and he saw that after blitzing so much, somebody didn't have gap integrity.
And they're going tempo. Gleason gets it out quickly, finds his tight end Torres, who's had a monster night. And Torres taken down at the 10-yard line. Gleason ran it for 35 yards. They hurried up and made this completion to Torres.
Got the ball out, but the defensive back is holding for dear life on that. Number 11, Kent Robinson.
Second down and 5. Approaching 2 minutes. Shaw's in the backfield. Now Vandeross is not in. Newton is 1 in white, middle of your screen. He was set up in the slot, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Down to the wire in the Bluegrass State. 2 minutes to go. Toledo down 5, knocking on the door.
Show.
2 minutes to go here at Houchin-Smith Stadium in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Jeff M. Terry will be back with you. Toledo ball down 26-21. Second down and 5 for the Rockets from the 10-yard line of the Hilltoppers. Tucker Gleason with an empty backfield. Now Willie Shaw will come join him.
Yeah, Anthony Torres has been special down here, one-on-one with one of these linebackers. So look for Gleason to look for him.
Shaw slips in the backfield after getting handed the ball, and he goes down, and that is a loss of 3.
Devontae Matthews on the edge. Devontae Matthews on that play came down, and he was called the safety called the shark. Safety blitz.
Third down and 8. 90 seconds to go. Gleason back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's taken down. And now it's 4th down. The clock is running.
Yes, that's a double. That was a saw blitz when they used the Sam. They got the safety weak and the safety strong coming on that pressure. This is the game right here,
Yeah,
Jeff.
They're not calling timeout. They're just going. 4th down and 15.
And they're bringing an all-out blitz here. Pressure.
Gleason lets it go. Into the end zone. And it is intercepted by the Hilltoppers.
Oh my goodness, what an unbelievable game. This is crazy.
Devontae Matthews on the pick.
Bringing an all-out blitz on that one. Pressure on Gleason. Matthews makes a diving catch. Oh my goodness. Don't go to sleep yet.
Either way, it was going to be Hilltoppers' ball. Torres had no idea the ball was in the neighborhood. Wow, Toledo didn't take a timeout. They didn't talk it over. They just went on 4th down. And a huge interception by Matthews. Take another look.
All this pressure, swim move. Everybody's making something happen on the line of scrimmage. They're playing at a different level. All the defensive linemen bringing pressure. Sebastian Benjamin was the one that with a great swim move to make things happen. Basically, you can just kneel on the football now.
Kent Robinson had the sack on 3rd down. Devontae Matthews the interception on 4th down. Now Veldkamp across the 20-yard line. Toledo saying they stripped it away.
No, he was down, wasn't he?
The officials do not agree. Rockets are pleading their case, but Veldkamp was ruled down.
Yeah, Veldkamp, you know what? Not used to running the football as a quarterback. Give that to the running back. You cannot stand up in the pocket like that. They're ripping the ball away.
The clock is still running here, too. The clock is running. Now they've stopped it. We saw another play earlier in this game where the Rockets continue to play that they thought was going to result in a touchdown for them. It did not get reviewed. Jason Candle getting explanation here from Rodney Burnett.
Yeah, they're saying his momentum slowed down, but I think they're going to check that to see if there's a fumble or not.
See if we get another look at this. 29 seconds to go. The other part of it is that the clock ran for several seconds while the argument was happening. So that becomes an issue here too. Let's see. Veldkamp.
Yeah, stopped his forward progress. That's what they're saying. Oh,
boy,
wow.
I don't know if his forward progress was stopped. The Rockets claim that they stripped it away and ran it into the end zone. And the officials are going to take a look at this. It's obviously a massive play, and
this would be a huge call here.
They put the time back to where it was when all of that started with the argument. 42 seconds now. Yeah, Veldkamp kept it, was in a scrum. Seemed like his feet were still moving. It was tough to tell. A lot of bodies in there.
But it seemed like his momentum had stopped. That's what they're looking at. See, right here, there, to secure the quarterback, there's no.
He's falling forward. Then the ball got stripped out.
We don't know where his knees on the ground behind. We can't really tell. And then it's late.
And they're going to need enough evidence to change the call.
This is a wild game.
This has been a wild game. Tyson Helton waiting for the ruling.
Yeah, this is huge for your entire season on both sides. So pivotal, whatever which way it goes.
You had 42 seconds left. And both head coaches just waiting right now. I mean, everything hinges just on this review result. They can't do much more than wait it out. Let's see.
He's up. He's down.
Right there. Then he gets pushed.
Then the ball comes out. But it came out late after he hit the ground.
And the ball came out. Toledo picked it up. Looked like it was Maxon Hook who grabbed it and just ran it in just in case the play was still alive.
And now Coach Helton is saying if there would look like there was a face mask too on that. So if there was a scrum, he's trying to fight the time too. If that's what it is, it should only, if they got the ball back, it's only 20-something seconds. Like he's trying to figure out what the referee is talking about here. It'd be a very interesting call. It's taken a long time to see what's happening down there.
The call on the field was that he was stopped. So they've got to find enough evidence, if they're going to overturn it, they've got to find enough evidence to change from that ruling.
And it's so close though, Jeff. I mean, it's really hard to tell that. I don't think you can overturn that. It's just too close.
Yeah, they are taking a lot of different looks and long looks at this. The game is in the balance right now. Here's Veldkamp. It was a 2-yard gain. He was ruled to have been stopped right about there. Stood up, then falls down.
Then the ball comes out.
Then the ball came out.
Like late. And they're still looking. This is what a game.
They are doing
either
the due
way.
diligence
Oh,
on it.
wow.
And all the head coaches can do is wait right now. They can only plan so much.
With all this time, it's really tough to tell anything.
We just don't know where in this process the officials felt like he was stopped. We can see where we think he might have been stopped.
And then if that happens, did he score a touchdown?
Man, this is, I mean, I get it. I get the fans' impatience, but I also get that this is such a massive call. You've got to do everything humanly possible to try to figure out the right ruling. The ruling on the field was that he was stopped. Let's see, Rodney Burnett.
The quarterback fumbled the ball. It was recovered by the defense at the 19-yard line. It'll be Toledo's ball, 1st and 10 at the 19. Please reset the game clock to 47 seconds.
Wow.
A fumble, and it is Toledo ball at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, call reverse. That is a huge. The game was in the back. All you have to do is take a knee. I am surprised. You had 4 downs, right?
Toledo's got the 3 timeouts. Wow.
I mean, what a game there. What a game. But they still got to get in the end zone.
So they reversed the call and ruled the fumble, but the continuation part did not count. So it's Toledo ball from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, there's a lot of explanation going on with the referees and Coach Helton on that. This could be the difference in the season with that type of play.
And you can see it on Helton's face. Rodney Burnett talking to Tyson Helton. Meanwhile, the Toledo offense is on the field. Man, oh man, have we had some drama in this game.
Yeah, big time drama. I'm surprised that the Hilltop, a lot of people left the stadium, but the energy and the excitement is still here.
We had a weather stoppage with about 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and since play resumed, it has been filled with action. Gleason rolling out. Gleason looking for Newton, and the pass is complete. Right around the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him 1st down yardage. Yes, out at the 7.5-yard line, setting up a 1st down and goal.
Yeah, this is a nail biter right here, though.
35 seconds and counting. Gleason up the middle, down inside the 5-yard line. Clock still running, and now Toledo will take a timeout.
Wow. So this is one of those games, that penalty, now Toledo is knocking on the door. Either season could be saved on that. What a opportunity. But I tell you one thing, even with the Hilltoppers, opportunity was lost on that.
23 seconds to go. The ball is at the 4-yard line. Second down and goal from the 4. Toledo's still got the 2 timeouts. They've had a couple of moments in this game where we thought they might use a timeout and didn't, and even right away there, they let a few seconds come off.
Yeah.
They are making this be the game right here, no matter the result, with the time that's been ticked away. And now coming up on a second down and goal.
Yeah, this is one of those games that when you watch this game, both sides, I mean, there was opportunities where you can seal this football game. Now, both teams, Gleason, quarterback right now, is getting up there to make the plays happen. So let's see what's going to happen next.
Second down and goal from the 4. 23 seconds to go. Stewart goes in motion.
Oh,
And
legal procedure there.
movement up front against the Rockets. It'll turn it into a second down and 9.
Yeah, so for both teams, I mean, this is everybody's throwing haymakers. You're making mistakes here and there, but the game is still a few seconds ran off the clock. No seconds, 23 seconds left.
Both teams have 2 timeouts. Toledo down 5 with the ball.
And I'm surprised they don't look at the Torres. That tight end has been really special down here.
Wallensack in the backfield. Gleason back to throw. Here comes pressure. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Newton. A flag comes in.
Looked like there's a penalty on Toledo there because Coach Helton looked on the sideline.
There's a
The
flag on
referee's
the
acting to
play.
see what he wants to do on that.
Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty, remains second down.
Holding against Toledo. It's on Stephen Gales.
Yeah, Toledo is self-destructing, but what a great play. I mean, awesome moves by the defensive line. Hosea Wheeler making sure he destroyed people at the top of the line of scrimmage on number 63 down there.
Boy, now the time is becoming even bigger as this keeps getting backed up. You're at the 20-yard line now with 18 seconds to go. You've got 2 timeouts for each team. But Toledo had this down inside the 10. Gleason back to throw, gets it out to the end zone. And was it intercepted again?
Another interception.
It was. Devontae Matthews again with another incredible pick.
Oh my goodness,
A toe
Matthews.
tap on the sideline.
Matthews looked like a receiver out there. Going out there, Gleason threw the ball up. Pressure by, catch it with his hands. Toe tap, ballerina, sideline, sealed the game.
Wow.
All we can say is, holy Toledo.
Devontae Matthews with another interception.
But there was a lot of pressure. You got to give a lot of credit to that defensive bastion, Benjamin, bringing so much pressure that caused Gleason to throw that pick. It just has some type of energy on the topper side. And after that break, it came out a different team. What you think?
I agree.
Totally different.
I mean, the game has been totally different since that weather stoppage. So the ball is on the 1-yard line. So the Hilltoppers have to get this thing out. (26-21) Western Kentucky. They got to get a push. They fall forward, and that will force the Rockets to use one of the 2 remaining timeouts. So they got 1 more. The ball is still tucked right near that goal line. Looks like at about the 1.5-yard line. So Toledo trying to force the Hilltoppers to have to run another play, really 2 more, and hope for some kind of a mistake on the snap where you get some pushback.
But you know what, though, I'm thinking? You got to have the quarterback. I would run in the backfield and take a safety. I mean, 8 seconds left. I mean, I wouldn't take a chance on even running the football.
I don't know if you could run 11, but you got 11 seconds left. You wouldn't be able to run all of that off.
You wouldn't be able to run it all off, but if you're in the back and you get it down to 5 seconds and they got to throw a Hail Mary, I mean.
Yeah, it's an option.
It's an option.
It's an option, no doubt.
But if they're on the 1.5 yard line, you got to run. You got to just lay down too. Because it's 2nd and 10.
Hard to have enough space back there to just take a knee, so you're really just trying to fall forward.
Yes.
Get a little push.
And they got the giant personnel, big personnel.
Veldkamp gets down, right back to that 1.5 yard line or so. Final timeout taken by the Rockets.
Yeah, so they only have 1.5. That's it, right?
So they are now out of timeouts. And if the Hilltoppers can successfully fall forward, take a knee, find enough space to do that one more time, that'll be it.
Yeah, this is what a game here, Jeff. This is one of those games that you'll never see in a long time. What a game, just a change of events the entire game.
The Hilltoppers did not lead in this game until the fourth quarter with about 5 minutes left. We've just seen so many twists and turns in the game where you thought that it was going in one direction and it goes the other. Toledo gets the ball back after the controversial fumble and call reversal. Now one more time, the Hilltoppers, they get it down, and that's going to do it. Western Kentucky did not lead until 5 minutes left. A game that had a more than an hour weather delay.
And they
First
stormed
ever
the field.
meeting between these two teams. And it turned out to be a classic.
What a great game. I mean, this got to be one of the top games of this week. It's got to be, even of the season. What a fight by both teams.
Western Kentucky beats Toledo 26-21.
Oh my goodness, what a game to see, what a game to watch. 26-21, a nail biter the entire time. Even we had a delay, we're still not tired up here.
Whenever you thought you had the game figured out, you didn't. It was just wild at every turn. And the Hilltoppers take down the Rockets. Western Kentucky now 3-1. Toledo now 3-1. The Rockets with a winning streak of 7 games in a row overall that comes to a close.
And this is the type of game that can change and can flip your season. What a game. What a down the whole entire time, go back in the locker room and come out with a different attitude.
Tyson Helton can let out a sigh of relief now. Hilltoppers get it done. Both teams end up with 300+ total yardage. Both teams had multiple turnovers. Both teams with some dramatic touchdowns. Both quarterbacks threw a couple of picks, but both quarterbacks ended up with 200+ passing yardage, and the Hilltoppers end up with a 26-21 victory over Toledo. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. For Terry Obie and our great crew, it's Jeff Hem signing off from Houchin Smith Stadium in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Again, the final score, Western Kentucky 26, Toledo 21. Thank you for joining us. So long from Kentucky. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.